Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. In many communities with an indigenous population, the police work with indigenous representatives when they're solving crimes, and that makes sense. The partnership can be really interesting. Sometimes it works well, sometimes not. Let's take a look at that sort of partnership today and turn the spotlight on Jean Hager's The Spirit Caller. Molly Bearpaw is a major crime investigator for the Cherokee Nation. Based in the small town of Talegua in Oklahoma, her job is a lot less glamorous and less well paid than it sounds. She's one of us as far as the indigenous community is concerned, and she takes part in things like fundraising events, potlucks, and other events. Early one morning, Molly and her partner, Deputy G.J. Kennedy, are called to the Native American Research Library where the body of Talia Wind has been discovered. Sheriff Hobart, DJ's boss, takes charge of the crime investigation, the case, and the team begins to ask questions. It's not long before they come up with a list of people who might have wanted the victim dead. Talia was well known as a follower of New Age beliefs, and she combined those with traditional Cherokee spiritualism. That made her unpopular with the local Cherokee medicine man, who sees her as a threat. There's also Talia's ex-husband Del, who's still quite bitter about their breakup. There are other possibilities too that come to light as Molly and DJ find out more about Talia. And little by little, Molly starts to get closer to the truth. That's not going to be easy though. For one thing, Sheriff Hobart is grudging at best when it comes to working with Molly. He doesn't particularly care for working with women, but more to the point, he wants to lead the investigation himself. He doesn't really want to work with the Cherokee Nation and only does so because the law requires it. For another thing, some of the people Molly talked to are scared to say what they know, even though Molly is one of them. They see it as dangerous. Molly's not one to give up though, especially since her part-time assistant Natalie is Talia's niece. There's also the fact that Molly's father, Robert Bearpaw, wants to come back into her life after a 25-year absence. Molly is not at all sure that that's what she wants. Still, she and DJ continue working together on the case, and in the end, Molly puts the pieces of the puzzle together. So, what holds this story together? What are the elements in it? Well, there's a strong sense of contemporary life among the Cherokee. The book admittedly was published in 1997, so there have been changes since then. But still, readers get a sense of the mix of traditional Cherokee beliefs and contemporary Western influences. There's also a strong sense of place and local culture. It's a small town where everyone knows everyone else, and not many people have a lot of money. If you're wondering whether this is similar to the sort of work Tony Hillerman's done, I'd say you're not far off. Still, you couldn't really call this just like Hillerman. The story is told mostly from Molly's perspective, third person, past tense. She's in her early 30s and in a happy relationship. She's close to her grandmother, who more or less raised her. And she has a connection to the Cherokee Nation, although she's not really traditional. She makes mistakes, but most of the time she doesn't take rash risks. Through her eyes, we get to know the rest of the characters as people. The mystery itself is solved through some police work, through observation, and through putting together things witnesses have said. And it turns out that it has to do with some secret things going on in that part of Oklahoma. The Spirit Caller is the story of a small town and the effect it had on it when one of the locals is murdered. It features an exploration of contemporary Cherokee life, a whodunit sort of mystery, and a sleuth who bridges the gap among the different communities of Oklahoma. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.